Enough is enough. Songyun finally confronts Soo Kai's mother face to face. In the glimmering world of fame, where every smile is scrutinized, every whisper magnified, and every gesture dissected, there comes a time when silence is no longer an option for Songyun. That time has come. This story of confrontation and courage has captivated millions and stirred a whirlwind of emotions that refuse to settle. The backdrop: a storm brewing in the shadows. 4 months' attention had been simmering beneath the polished veneer of celebrity life between Songyun and Soo Kai's family. A rift had grown, fueled by rumors, misunderstandings, and fiery exchanges. Behind closed doors, the industry watched with bated breath as media outlets hinted at an impending showdown, but no one expected the intensity that would unfold. Songyun, known for her grace and resilience, had been under mounting pressure, her patience tested by constant demands from Soo Kai's mother for a public apology over perceived slights and disagreements. The pressure cooker was about to explode. The day of reckoning arrives. The chosen venue was a quiet upscale café tucked away from the usual hustle, a place where whispered words could carry weight yet shield the participants from prying eyes. The air was thick with anticipation. When Songyun arrived, her eyes sharp, her demeanor calm but resolute. Moments later, Soo Kai's mother entered the room, seemed to grow smaller as the two powerful women faced each other. The soft hum of background music faded into oblivion, replaced by the silent electricity of an inevitable confrontation. The first exchange, words like lightning. Songyun broke the silence, her voice steady but firm. I have carried the weight of accusations for too long. It is time to speak openly and honestly. Soo Kai's mother's lips pressed into a thin line, her eyes narrowing slightly. You must understand the pain your words have caused. My son's name is not to be tarnished lightly. The dialogue crackled with tension, each word layered with history and unspoken grievances. A clash of emotions and ideals. As the conversation deepened, Songyun's voice softened momentarily, revealing a glimpse of vulnerability. I respect Soo Kai as an artist and as a person, but respect must be mutual, not demanded or coerced. Soo Kai's mother's gaze hardened. You speak of respect, yet you have disregarded the sacrifices we have made as a family. The air seemed to thicken with years of pent-up frustration. The room felt charged, as though time had slowed for this moment. The turning point, a moment of truth. Suddenly, Songyun leaned forward, her eyes blazing. I will no longer apologize for being true to myself, for speaking my truth. I will not be silenced or diminished. Soo Kai's mother's expression flickered, as if caught off guard. For a brief instant, the facade cracked, revealing a flicker of doubt, or perhaps regret. Witnesses speak the weight of the moment. Those present recalled the intensity. One onlooker said, it was as if the room held its breath. The power of their words hung heavy like a storm about to break. Another described Songyun's courage as inspiring. She stood firm like a warrior, unyielding in the face of adversity. The aftermath ripples across the industry. News of the confrontation spread rapidly, sparking fierce debates on social media and beyond. Fans rallied behind Songyun, praising her bravery, while others sympathized with Soo Kai's mother's protective instincts. Industry experts weighed in, highlighting the complexities of fame, family, and personal boundaries. The incident became a case study in navigating public conflict with dignity. Reflection on power dynamics and female agency. This clash is more than a personal dispute. It highlights larger themes of power, respect, and agency in an industry often dominated by rigid expectations and image control. Songyun's stand resonated deeply with many who see her as a symbol of strength and authenticity. What lies ahead? The future unfolds. Though the confrontation did not end with clear resolution, it marked a turning point. Both women emerged changed, with a new understanding of their shared history and challenges. Whether this leads to reconciliation or further conflict remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: the era of silence is over. Final thoughts: a story of courage and change. Songyun's decision to confront Soo Kai's mother face to face was a powerful assertion of self-respect and courage. It reminds us all that in the world of fame and fortune, sometimes the bravest act is to speak one's truth without apology. This story will linger long in the hearts of fans and observers alike, a testament to the enduring strength of human spirit amidst the glare of the spotlight. The day Songyun confronted Soo Kai's mother. The upscale café was an oasis of calm nestled amidst the bustling city streets, its soft lighting casting a warm glow over polished wooden tables and velvet chairs. It was a place chosen deliberately, private enough to hold secrets, but public enough to carry the weight of a confrontation that could no longer be postponed. Tan Songyun arrived first. Her footsteps echoed lightly against the marble floor as she made her way inside, a composed figure wrapped in quiet strength. Dressed simply yet elegantly, there was an unmistakable fire burning behind her calm eyes, the kind born not of anger, but of long-simmering resolve. Every breath she took seemed to steady her nerves, though the atmosphere around her thrummed with tension. She took a seat by the window, the fading sunlight painting golden streaks across her face. Her hands folded neatly on the table as she waited, her mind racing through countless versions of how this moment might unfold. This was more than a meeting, it was a reckoning. The arrival that changed everything. The door opened again, and the world seemed to hold its breath as Su Kai's mother stepped inside. She carried herself with the poise of a matriarch accustomed to respect, but there was a hardness in her gaze, a fortress built from years of protecting her family's name. The air shifted instantly. Their eyes met across the room, an unspoken challenge igniting between them. The other patrons instinctively lowered their voices, sensing the gravity of what was about to transpire. This was no ordinary encounter. Su Kai's mother moved toward the table with a measured grace, every step deliberate. She paused just before reaching Tan Songyun, as if weighing the cost of every word she was about to speak. Finally, she broke the silence, voice calm but edged with steel. Songyun, I hope you understand why I requested this meeting. There are wounds that must be addressed. Tan Songyun's gaze did not waver. I understand more than you realize, she replied softly. But I will not carry burdens that are not mine to bear. The weight of unspoken history. What followed was a dance of words and emotion, a delicate balance between confrontation and understanding. Su Kai's mother began to recount grievances and fears, the endless scrutiny her son endured, the pain of seeing his name dragged through public mud, the perceived betrayals she believed Tan Songyun had inflicted. Her voice quivered ever so slightly as she spoke of sacrifice and family honor, each sentence revealing layers of protective love hardened into accusation. Tan Songyun listened intently. There was no interruption, no defense. Just a steady presence absorbing years of unspoken pain. When her turn came, she spoke with a measured honesty that cut through the tension. I have never intended to harm. My respect for Su Kai is real. But respect cannot exist where voices are silenced or truths are hidden. I have been asked to apologize for standing firm in my truth. That I cannot do. Her words hung in the air like a challenge, not a plea but a declaration. It was the moment when patience broke and courage took its place. A moment of raw emotion. The room seemed to contract around them. Su Kai's mother's face softened for a fleeting second, eyes glistening as if fighting tears. Then a sharp breath escaped her lips. This is not just about you, she said quietly. It is about protecting what we hold sacred. Tan Songyun nodded, her expression unflinching. And I honor that. But protecting should never mean erasing another's voice. A silence settled, thick and heavy. Outside, the city buzzed unaware of the historic moment taking place within these walls. An unexpected turn. Just as the tension reached a peak, a waiter inadvertently dropped a tray nearby, the clatter breaking the fragile silence like a thunderclap. Both women startled, their shared glance briefly softening into something almost human, a recognition of the absurdity of their feud within the vastness of life's unpredictability. Tan Songyun smiled faintly, the first genuine warmth of the meeting. Su Kai's mother returned the gesture, tentative but real. It was not a truce but a crack in the armor, a small window of possibility for healing. The witnesses' perspective. Others in the café recalled the scene with vivid detail. One barista described how the two women held their ground yet carried an unmistakable respect beneath the surface tension. Amazing to see such strength and vulnerability side by side, she said. Like watching a storm and a sunrise collide. Another patron whispered, "It was clear this was years in the making. The kind of moment that changes everything." The significance beyond the café walls. This meeting marked a turning point not only for Tan Songyun and Soo Kai's mother, but for the countless fans and observers caught in the whirlwind of their conflict. It was a bold act of confrontation, a refusal to be silenced, and a powerful assertion of boundaries. The message was clear: enough is enough. For the first time, the world saw not just celebrities, but real people grappling with pride, fear, and love, complicated and raw. What comes next? As the two women parted ways that afternoon, each carried new understanding and unresolved questions. The next steps remained uncertain. Would this meeting pave the way for peace or deepen the divide? Only time could tell, but one thing was undeniable: the era of silence and hidden resentments was over. So once again, from all of us at K-Romance Central, thank you for joining us on this journey. If this story touched your heart, if it made you believe in love again, or if you just want to stay updated on every twist in this breathtaking saga, backhand index pointing right, don't forget to subscribe and click that notification button for more juicy K-drama updates. Because this is K-Romance Central, and here, we don't just report stories. We bring the romance to life. Sparkling Heart.